Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is December 23rd, and who knows when I'll post this up. But this is a mail call video. Here, can I get my, sort of get my sticker in there. So I do have my background that my son got me. Like I said, the son that I didn't know that I had. But we are going to go through some items that I was given, some items I've bought, and more items that we've bought. Okay. Let's save the Christmas gift to the side for right now. And let's put these to the side. And then this, we'll start with the smaller pack. I got, for me and Brian, we both actually got a set of these, so I'm just going to pull them out. I haven't even pulled them out to look at them myself. From, the heck was it called? Hank something or other. I know that says data, but got a green and a gray one. That's gray. I know it's kind of hard. Maybe you can tell a little bit better there with the white contrasting against it. But you know me, I like my patches. Brian liked these. He thought they were cool, so he got a set also. So we got 2 sets of patches. Awesome Hank. That's what it was. Awesome Hank. God, why couldn't I remember that? It's been a long day and I feel And this is a small Hank, but Brian really liked it. He thought it was friggin' cool, so we got it. It's like a stained glass Millennium Falcon Hank, which is basically a 5x6, I think is what the dimensions is. That's about what it looks like. And the back, but he just absolutely loved that. He wanted it, and I said, honey, you know it's small, right? And he's like, yes. I was like, okay, just making sure you understand that. And we got it. So we got some patches and the Hank. These are my patches. This is his Hank. I'll give this back to him. I told him I wanted to do a video and at least show this. I said I didn't need his patches since I already have a set of them to show. And it's the same thing. And next is Demco. Anybody that subscribes to their thing knows leading up to Christmas they had different deals, like 12 days of Christmas or something, that they had different deals each day. Now, first was the sticker they sent, which Demco knives and a shark driving an old pickup truck with a shark lock knife, clip point it looks like, in the back bed. That is friggin' awesome. Yes, that's going to stay a me sticker because I doubt that I'll ever be able to get another one of these. So that'll go on my board. And these were under $50 each. I think it was $48 and change, but to reach free shipping, you had to spend $100. I hate paying for shipping. I'd rather get product that I will probably use or give away. It's been known to be both. Than to pay for shipping. So this case, oh Lord have mercy, I'm just having all kinds of difficulties. Yeah, I'm not keeping the paracord. Is what looks like a denim, like Levi button almost, but it's a Demco. So I got a bead. That'll, I'm sure, end up on something here in the near future. And these are both the same thing. I'm not going to sit there and unpack both of them. But, of course, the left-hander clip, so you can swap it out and do it. We got, it needs to be broken. Ooh, that sounds dry. Can you hear that? Yeah. That's a good thing that I got titanium scales for it. I can sit there and lube it up good. But this is D2, but it's a DLC coated D2. And black hardware. Of course, the back, that's always because I think for the locking mechanism to if you coat it, it messes that up. But I didn't have a black blade Demco, and I wanted one. And shark's foot is my favorite blade shape of the Demcos. So I've got 2 or 3 titanium flat regular scales that I'm going to play with anodizing some more and put on these. And Brian has one that's a black blade, and I think it's actually a more premium one. I don't remember what steel it is that he has, but his was the clip point version. So I was like, do you want, he's like, duh. Yeah, obviously, he wants one with the shark's foot with the black. I don't even know why I bother asking. But that was part of the other thing. And this, honestly, the friggin' post office had it for 2 weeks. Or it seems like it was 2 weeks. It may not be quite that long. And I had to, I had got 2 packages that were shipped to me from Pennsylvania. Demco was one, and I'm not going to bother telling you where the other one's coming from. I ended up submitting a lost packages ticket because it's been at least a week, because it won't let you do it for less than that. So it's been at least a week and maybe 10 days. This right after I submitted it, within a couple hours, all of a sudden this one got scanned and started moving. The other package is still who knows where. So hopefully here soon I'll get that. But that was part of it. Here, let me put my Mr. Jimmy's knife up that Mr. Juarez, War Room, sat there and Cerakoted for me, that I just used. This I'm not showing you guys. That's a gift for somebody, and I don't want them to know that it's coming to them. But if you see these knives, you'll know where I bought them from. I'm not going to say where I got them, but I didn't have an MKM slip joint. This is really a decent sized slip joint, and I like the blade shape. The scales I'm going to take off and color them. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I want to try the brighter green and see how that takes with this kind of tealish green, but I might play with it. We'll see what works, but nice, very nice knife. Yeah, might as well just take them in the order that they were stacked. This one is for Brian, and he's on a cleaver kick. He's had a few, but this is the Tuya Hellfire. I always have to sit there and think. It's in S90V with titanium with the carbon fiber inserts. But this is an awesome blade. You know, see the step for the grinds. But I'm not much into the cleavers, but Brian likes them, and he's got multiple ones. He really likes that, and that is drop shutty. Yeah, and the size of the blade, you got to be careful. You don't want to cut yourself. And since me and Brian's knives have been fighting each other, I got to be extra careful with his knives. They don't like me for some reason. And now this is a Spyderco. Of course, anybody that knows, it's been Lynch clipified, actually. And right now, me and Brian are discussing on which one of us gets this, because I didn't think, personally, I did not think that I would like it. I thought this was going to be something, oops, that's probably me, yeah, that we would end up using as trade bait with somebody in the future or something like that. But me and Brian both, once we got it in our hands and seen it in person, I was like, because I'm not a big fan of the weird multi-grinds on the blades and stuff like that, but it actually is really friggin' good, which it is the Canis, C-A-N-I-S, Pen Carbon Fiber, which of course it's a textured carbon fiber. It's not a flat or a slick one. You can hear my nails, hopefully. But it's got, sorry, let's see if I can get it. A Said Stevie clip on it. That's my first Said Stevie clip. So I think that's actually pretty friggin' awesome. Like I said, I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a me knife or a Brian knife. I'm having issues, obviously. It's right there for both of us. It's within my wheelhouse, and it's also within Brian's. So, it's up for debate. Like I said, the biggie is, you guys know who this is the McNeese. And this is, of course, I will show you the Big Dixon Energy. Size matters. We had bought, when they dropped these, I don't even know how long ago it was 6 or 8 months ago, we got one for Brian. And he really liked it. And surprisingly, because I thought it was going to be one of the big ones that I would not prefer to have. But once I got it in hand and flicked it a few times, I fell in love with it. My issue is how much they were to buy, and I didn't want to spend that amount of money on another one. Even though they had the purple one with the paw print, I really loved that one. I was going to hold out and see if I could find somebody that wanted to get rid of it, trade for it, do something like that, maybe trade in some cash if I could find somebody. Then the person that had the rest of these items up for sale had this one, and he dropped the pricing, and I'm like, I have multiple knives with like the Old Glory laser engravings on them, and it's something I do also that I really like. And I'm like, honestly, I contacted him. I said, are all of those still available? And he goes, all of them? And I'm like, yes. I said, you need help out. There's a couple knives in there that I do want. Let me just buy them all from you and go from there. And he's like, wait, what? I mean, I think I shocked him and surprised him. I said, yes. I said, you're a person I really like in the community. If you're selling these as much as I know you like these, there's a reason for it. So, yes, I'll just buy them. Now, do you see why I fell in love with the Dixon? See, it is bigger. You figure I got almost an inch on either side. But it's not, I do have some bigger knives. It's just not my normal. But this is, you figure it's USA made, it's Magna Cut, and it's Old Glory. It's got the flag. And this was just, to me, a super, see how smooth that was? Once more. Yeah. I knew eventually I was going to get one. I was hoping for the purple one with the paw prints, but I am more than happy to have this one instead. But I wanted you guys to see those. So, like I said, I have another one that was in this batch that is going to be packaged up and shipped out after Christmas. I want to wait for the mail not to be quite so questionable. And the last item is from one of my big brother. Last items is from my big brother. He said he was going to send me something to replace the knife that I added to the giveaway. And in true fashion, to irritate me, he sent 2 items instead of just 1. And I told him he didn't even have to replace it, that, I would just do it. But, I want to make sure that I get down. This is the Rhea, the CGRB Rhea, which, if you know your CGRBs, and I'm bad with my CGRBs, is a small knife. Now, my brother dyed the scales purple, which, yeah, of course, that's by color. We know this. We all know this. If you don't know this, you don't know me. And he flamed the hardware. And doesn't that just look freaking good with that flame? I know it's hard to pick up with the reflection and stuff, but with that purple and kind of that goldish looking flamed hardware, doesn't that look awesome? And right there, Kelly size. And this is gorgeous. I absolutely love this. Honestly, this wasn't even on my radar. It wasn't something that I even knew anything about. And he mentioned it, and I was like, okay, I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't know what it was. Does Kelly go look it up? No. Yeah. I'm a jerk sometimes. And then he sent the Civivi. Excuse me, sorry about that. And always had to look. Sokoki. Now this, because of course I was whining about not being in the Green Knife Club, and he made sure, and I think that's why he did this, was so I would be and still be able to be in the Green Knife Club since I'm giving the other one away. In this, he dyed the scales green. Now, gorgeous color. This is a Rayla Conoco design, and it's a good size. Brian is like, hey, that actually fits my hand. I said, that's nice. You ain't getting it. But besides the green, he also dyed the back spacer purple for me. He put a little splash of purple in there to do the combination, get me in the Green Knife Club, but also making me happy with purple. And this is an awesome little knife. If you haven't tried one of these and you like, oops, that was me, not actually a big knife, but I consider it a good size knife. This is awesome. And I can actually front roll the damn thing. Oh, excuse my language. I try not to cuss on here. I have issues doing that. I just want you to know. I have major issues. And the way this is set up, that works really well with being able to do that. But I wanted to thank my big brother for this. I absolutely love both of these. And, of course, you know, these are going to be in my collection of Mr. Jimmy's. I don't think I have everything out here. That's me, too. That I have from him. Let's see here. What else do I have here? Like I said, I don't know if this is all of them or not, but that's the majority of them. And I'm running out of room. These are all of my Mr. Jimmy knives, or like I said, the majority of them. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I'm not going to put that out. I don't think he necessarily wants anybody to know that he did that, so never mind. There's something in my pocket that I always have on me also. So, this is my Mr. Jimmy collection so far, and I do have another scale that I need to put on another Pilar that this one I'm debating on keeping. I do really like it also, but I almost feel guilty. I know he gave me this one right off the bat, and then when he did the scales and sent it back to me and I bought the Pilars to put them on, I picked these two out, and my husband picked two out. So, but I already, with this one that he gave me originally and then doing this, I have two. Am I being greedy, people, to keep three? Do you think I should, when I get another knife to put this on, that this should be added to the two that I still have? And I do have two left that are still for sale. If you guys are interested, I have them over on Instagram. I've got pictures of them. I think it was number 3 and number 4. And I got them handy. Let me grab them real quick. Yep, it is number 3 and number 4. This, I think, was it Tequila Sunrise that DBD was calling this one? where it's kind of different shades of orange. And Mr. Jimmy did put a couple coats of clear coat on these, so if you're worried about them stinking up your hands, they won't. That's not an issue with the clear coat on them. But there's that one. And it's like I mentioned before, of course, if you buy them, I'll include in a few paracord items, and if you want a lanyard put on them, I will definitely do that also. And then this one, which I think DVD was calling this Bonnie and Clyde, where it's like shot up a bunch. But these are really freaking awesome also. But anyway, that's the plug. The money, the little bit of money that I would make on you buying these is just going back into me making more paracord items and giving them away. I said I do like 2 pretty good size gift packages minimum each month to different YouTube people. So it just helps me recoup some of my shipping more than anything, my time and stuff, and everything else is the cost of the paracord and the balls, because of course with the monkey's fist I got the 1-inch balls that I do, chrome plated steel balls, and the little mini monkey's fist I use the 1/2 inch. See, and this is what they look like in case you guys didn't know. This is the 1/2 inch, and the 1 inch is twice the size, and it's the same. They're the same balls. It's just the size is different. And I have these handy because I need to make a bunch more of the mini monkey's fist. I'm down to like 3 or 4 made. But anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it, I guess, for today. I think that was enough damage with the amount of money we spent on some of this stuff. Anyway, it's Christmas time. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Go into Hawk for everything. I'm trying to make sure I get all of them in here. There. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.